Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I've been mentioning a scent war. I know we've just had a rather unusual one in the other video. We've got a different one this time around. Lookfantastic, who my wife has subscribed to, occasionally send us things to have a look at, to review, and it's just one example that we've just got through the post. Replica, Maison Margiela, Paris. There's 10 of them altogether. There we are. This lot, 10 of them, and they're all testers. The idea is when it says replica, they are supposedly a smell that represents a moment, whatever they are trying to duplicate. I've got a whole list here, which is what I prepared earlier. So we're going to go through them one by one, and I'm going to see if whatever the smell happens to be, if it actually smells like what it's supposed to replicate. So let's get straight into it. So the first one, these are all testers. They should be available if you are a subscriber to Lookfantastic. You never know, you might be getting one in the post any time. This one just happened to arrive. We don't always get these, but sometimes they just come right out of the blue. So this first one is supposed to be Jazz Club. So it's supposed to smell like, what would a jazz club smell like? A jazz club. So let's see. It's supposed to remind me of jazz music, obviously. Maybe alcohol, maybe tobacco smoke. What else do you get at a jazz club? I don't know. Well, yeah. Anyway, let's see. So this is supposed to be a jazz club, or it's supposed to remind you of a jazz club. So let's try it. Right. Does it remind me of a jazz club? I'm not sure. Let's just try on the back of the hand here. If I close my eyes, I'll try it that way. Right, I see where they're going with that. Yeah, it's got a lot of spices and woody flavours in there, ambers maybe. Does it remind me of a jazz club? Well, they're going down the route of I suppose things like whiskey and brandy and tobacco smoke. And there's a sort of a burning woody sensation. Would you consider it a jazz club? Can I hear the jazz musical instruments? Yeah, I guess I can. I can hear the trumpets and somebody playing the drums. So tobacco smoke, people chatting. Yeah, I can see where they're going with that. Interesting smell. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more, if I close my eyes, you can see the tobacco, the people smoking cigars, the whiskey, the brandy, maybe beers, I suppose. But you can if you close your eyes, you can hear the trumpets. You can imagine it's it's quite dark, isn't it? Because jazz clubs, I think, are quite dark. I've never been to a jazz club, but I assume that they are quite sort of dark, moody places, perhaps. Lot of loud music on stage with the trumpets and what have you. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. All right, that's the first one. So that's called the Jazz Club. This next one is called Lazy Sunday Morning. Let's try this one. Right, so they're all by Replica, they're all the same. So, Lazy Sunday Morning. Oh, that's very different. Oh. Lazy Sunday Morning. Trouble is, Lazy Sunday Morning where? Would it be a lazy Sunday morning sort of having a line in bed at home or somewhere else? It's a weird smell, very weird smell. In fact, it's a horrible smell. I don't, not sure I like that. I'll tell you what it reminds me of actually. It's always very bitter, very sour. Lazy Sunday morning, maybe the morning after the night before, and someone's been sick in a toilet or something. Oh God, yeah. No, I don't like that one at all. Lazy Sunday morning. No, they can keep that. It's horrible. Ugh. No, I don't like that. Okay, the next one is Under the Lemon Tree. Don't go under the... Oh, that's the apple tree, isn't it? That song. I know the one you're thinking of. Under the Lemon Tree. So the first thing that comes to mind is, does it smell of lemons? Oh yes. Wow. Yeah, it does. Literally just of lemons. Would I want to wear it as, or would my wife want to wear it? I doubt it. Can I see a lemon tree? Can I see a lemon tree? Maybe somewhere. It actually, truth be known, it actually reminds me of our toilet cleaner. Seriously. Yeah. Again, it's just lemon. I mean, if you want to smell like a lemon tree, go for it. But yeah, that's all it does smell of. Oh dear. I'm not too fussed on that one either. Right, what's the next one? By the Fireplace. Right, so By the Fireplace, I'm expecting this to be... I'm expecting a lot from this one. Let's try it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, straight away. So far, the best one. Yeah, that's the best one so far. That really is that's like a log fire. Straight away. Wow, that's good. Thing is, would you want to? I mean, surely you wouldn't wear this. Or is it literally just, are they just replicating the place? I mean, you're not going to wear it, are you? Replica, reproduction of familiar scents and moments of varying locations and periods. Are they just asking, are they just reminders? So I'm not actually sure where they're going with this. The samples of, what is it, interesting collection here. But that smells like a log fire. I mean, if you wanted to smell like a log fire, then yeah, this one. That really does. It actually, you can see the fire if you close your eyes. That really does smell like a log fire. So it's, yeah, that's by the fireplace. So that if they're trying to reproduce by the fireplace, that's spot on. Absolutely spot on. Not sure you want to smell like a fireplace, but if they're trying to replicate by a fireplace, that's the best one so far. Yeah, most definitely by the fireplace. What's the next one? This is an interesting one. Bubble bath. Right, so this is supposed to simulate you being in a bubble bath. Okay, haven't had a bubble bath for years because we use a shower. Let's see what we got here. Got to be careful of nose blindness as well on this. Right, does that remind me of sitting in a bubble bath? Does it replicate sitting in a bubble bath? I suppose it does. I haven't sat in a bubble bath for years. I suppose it could. It could be, or it could be a jacuzzi or something of that manner. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Bubble bath, eh? Interesting. Okay, the next one. Autumn vibes. Right, so autumn vibes. Let's try this one. So does this is supposed to remind me of the autumn. Okay, so give it a go. Oh. Oh yeah. I see where they're going with that. If you close your eyes, you're walking through a sort of a park where the trees, where the trees all close in on you like that. Could be during the day, could be in the evening. Yeah, it reminds me of walking through a forest, maybe the New Forest or something, or a very heavily wooded area. Autumnal, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it could be either when it's been raining or just after the rain. That smell on the ground just after it's been raining. Does it remind me of the autumn? Yeah, the smell of leaves when they're wet, that sort of smell. It certainly replicates it. Whether you want to smell like that, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the best one so far. Is the one by the. It was the one by the fireplace. Next one is Sailing Bay. So Sailing Bay. Let's have a look at this one. So this is going to be interesting. Sailing Bay. Okay. I'll keep an open mind. Sailing Bay. Close my eyes. What's my brain telling me? Can I see a sailing bay? No, no, no. It's that's pretty disgusting, actually. No, I don't know. No, I don't think anyone will want to smell like that. It's disgusting. That one. Ugh. No. Okay. Next one is When the Rain Stops. There's some weird names. Almost as strange as what was that one in the advent calendar? Juliet, Get Your Gun. That was a really, really weird name. Never heard of that one before. Right, so this is When the Rain Stops. That reminds me of that Sent by Liberty, Faces of Francis. It's almost identical to that. That is literally identical to Faces of Francis, that one. That's called When the Rain Stops. But I mean, Faces of Francis took you to a Mediterranean island, a volcanic island in the middle of the Mediterranean, and that's an identical smell. What that's got to do with When the Rain Stops, I don't know. It's all right, but I was expecting something else with it. Next one is Beach Walk. Beach Walk. Okay, not sure what to expect from this, but we'll try it. Beach Walk. Ah, right, yeah, okay. That's nice. Does it remind me of a beach walk? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's really reminiscent of, it smells like sand. You could be down at, that's nice. Reminds me of, that really reminds me of the beach. You can see the sea coming, yeah, that's really that's nice. It's really reminiscent of, that's like the beach, it really is. That's spot on, that one. So that's a good one. I like that one. The last one is Springtime in a Park. Springtime in a Park. So you can see where we're going with all this, can't you? Right, so Springtime in a Park. Let's try that one. Right, well, straight away, it actually does, it smells like daisies, which makes perfect sense. Daisies and maybe tulips, that sort of thing, around sort of Easter. If I close my eyes, can I see a park? Yeah, I can see where they're going with that. Interesting. Yeah, that does smell like springtime in the park. So yeah, I see where they're going with that. Right, very good, very good. Now, which is my favourite, or the favourites? I know it's my least favourites. Right, the Jazz Club. Yeah, that was good. Lazy Sunday Morning. Didn't really smell of anything. It was horrible. No, that wasn't nice. That was like the morning after the night before. By the Fireplace. Yeah, that smells of literally like a burning log fire. Bubble Bath was weird. 1, 2, 3. Bubble Bath, yeah, it was weird. Autumn Vibes was. Did it remind me of? Oh yes, that reminded me of Faces of Francis, I believe, didn't it? Sailing Bay was horrible. Didn't remind me of anything. When the Rain Stops, that was weird. A beach walk was good. That was nice. Springtime in the park was nice. My overall favourite, I think, was the closest to replicating what it's supposed to be, if we're going down that route, is probably by the fireplace. Because that really did smell like you were sat by a fireplace, burning log fire. The jazz club wasn't too bad. The rest, there's one or two in there that were all right. But yeah, would I mean, this just landed on our doorstep. Would I actually recommend it to people to buy? If it wasn't in a set like this, would I recommend them one or two of the individual ones? Possibly. I mean, if that's what or if it's just a bit of fun. Well, I suppose if it's just fun to replicate, the moment. If it's just a bit of fun, then get the whole lot. Yeah, why not? But the closest to what they're trying to do, I think, it would probably be the jazz club. I think that's where they're going with it. Anyway, there we are. Replica. Have a look online. See what you think. Make your own mind up. But yeah, Lookfantastic sent us this. So that's the set. Replica. Bit strange, but there they are. Hope you enjoyed it. That was weird, but fun at the same time. A bit sort of weird fun. Interesting. You can almost use them as special effects, couldn't you? If you wanted to suddenly remind yourself what a jazz club smelt like, or by the fireplace smelt like, just have a sniff of one of those, and it would take you there. Close your eyes and you'd be there. So if you were an actor, might be a good thing. Anyway, that's it for this unusual scent wall. Hope you enjoyed it. It was interesting, wasn't it, and weird at the same time. I'll be back soon. In the meantime, be kind. Kindness always repays kindness. I will see you in the next video. Plenty more of these coming up, and plenty more of everything else Disney related, special effects, loads of other goodies coming up on loads of other good vibes. So take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. I can't turn this off again. Does it to me every time. I've even got Bluetooth on. Let's see. Try again. Ta-ra. Bye.